Android Auto is starting to make a rather big splash. Volkswagen is now putting Android Auto in pretty much all of their 2016 models. Here we have the 2016 Volkswagen Golf R, so let's check it out. Let's start off with the price for the Golf R. It's not a cheap car. We're looking at a final price of around $38,715 for the model that we have here, which is with manual transmission and DCC and navigation. The automatic transmission version is going to cost you about $39,815. The DCC and navigation package is necessary for Android Auto. With the navigation package, you get their MIB2 touchscreen system, which includes support for Apple Carplay and Mirrorlink, as well as Android Auto. Okay, so here inside the 2016 Volkswagen Golf R, we have their MIB2 or MIB2 infotainment system, which has Android Auto, which we'll get to in a minute. So basically, here on the left side, you have your band, which is for FM, satellite, all the different kind of music that you can listen to without having your phone or an SD card, because this phone can't, or this car can't take an SD card. So here we have media, where you can connect to a variety of sources. So you got Bluetooth, aux, which is down here with the USB cable for Android Auto. Then we have phone, so we can go ahead and call anybody from our phone. Now our phone is not plugged in; it connects over Bluetooth automatically when you get in the car, because that's what Bluetooth does anyways. So you can go ahead and call people straight from here without, using your phone. And then voice, you can do different voice commands, as you just saw there. So those are all the different voice commands that you can do with their infotainment system. Then over here we have our navigation, which has worked pretty well. I've been using it along with Android Auto to see the differences between their navigation and Google Maps, and it works pretty well actually. So here we have info, so you can see gas prices, favorite teams, what's playing at movie theaters near you, traffic flow, and go back to gas. It's pretty helpful. You also have the local weather here, what it's going to be in 3 hours and then what it's going to be in 6 hours, so you can plan ahead of time. It's always a good thing. So here we have car. So you can see since refuel, I've been getting about 17 miles per hour, 21 miles per gallon, and the 17 is because traffic is just so bad here in Troy. And it's in start, and extended period, and then go back to since refuel. So you've got all different options here. So now to get into Android Auto, you can hit menu here, and you'll see App Connect, and you'll see a bunch of other options here. But we're going to take our USB cable, plug in our Moto X, and then it's gonna connect. And now it's connected, so we're gonna swipe over to Android Auto, and here we are inside Android Auto. So from here you have your overview screen, which is what you normally have with Android Auto. So you got weather, you got different places that you search for on Google Maps, whether that be on the desktop or your laptop or your phone or whatever. So over here on the left side we have Google Maps. So here you can see where I am. I'm at a park right now where I was recording this video. You can go to recent places, categories, and then you can turn on traffic, which I usually turn on just because I want to see how traffic is, because traffic is always can be so busy around here. That way I can know where to avoid. You can do voice search, navigate to Pizza Hut.
Pick the one you want.
And then we got a bunch of different choices here, so we'll go with the one on Woolward. And so from here you can call, you can also just set up navigation, and you can also view the directions here. So there's a couple of different ways that you can take the route. So here in calling, you can still, get to your voicemail, call the number, check out your call history, missed calls, all that good stuff. For me, that doesn't work too well because it doesn't work with Google Voice, at least not yet. Hopefully Google fixes that sometime, or enables that sometime. We also have music over here. So I subscribe to Spotify and not Google Play Music because of the whole deauthorization thing. But you can choose from different options that you have on your phone. So if you have iHeartRadio, NPR1, and stuff like that on your phone, you'll be able to see that on here and use it. So we'll go back to Spotify. Or not. There we go. Over here you got, all your options to go to your music and browse. You have playlists, your stations, albums, artists, all that good stuff, Pretty much all the same stuff that you... For some reason the song for the playlist, the song list, doesn't show up on Spotify. I'm not sure why. It's only happened with this car. Over here you can choose to, shuffle, repeat, plus it, all that good stuff. And then over here all the way on the end, this is where car makers can add in more options, like roadside assistance, stuff like that. But right now it just takes you back to Volkswagen. As you can see here, we have Carplay and Mirrorlink. Obviously we don't have a iPhone with us because we're an Android site, but if you do have an iPhone, you'll be able to use it. Android Auto seems to be integrated quite well with the Golf R. Although one of the issues I've had is voice commands. It does not work with MIB2. You have to use the microphone icon inside Android Auto to give voice commands for Android Auto. So this means the voice command control that's on the steering wheel will not work. At least for Android Auto, it'll work for MIB2. The other complaint I have is that Android Auto is a bit buried in their infotainment system. So you have to go into menu and then select your device on the device list. It doesn't just connect automatically the first time. It's not a huge deal, and once you get used to it, it's pretty easy, but it would be nice to have it a little bit more front and center, kind of like Hyundai did with the Sonata. Driving the Golf R is pretty nice. The ride is nice and smooth, navigation works pretty well, and that's because the Golf R has its own GPS signal. So it's not using it from your phone, so it is a bit more accurate and not as delayed. The Golf R is the first car from Volkswagen to roll off the lot with Android Auto, but Volkswagen will be rolling it out to just about all of their models starting with the 2016 model year. Now we do know about the emission scandal, but that has nothing to do with this car because this is not a diesel car. Additionally, it has nothing to do with Android Auto, so that's why we're not factoring it into our review. Now that's about it for this video, so if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.